Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck. Hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack. Starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack. Produced by Barry Laminack. Directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
Oh, what's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Tuesday, March 12th, 2024. And this is episode number 762 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Hi, hello, how are you? Hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in wherever you are. Well, welcome to this fine fiasco we call a program, a show. I don't know what this is. I guess it's a show. I don't know. What is this? I got to the point where I just call it a podcast. For so long, I called it a show. It's a podcast, right? I mean, I don't know, though. Is there a daily podcast, I guess? I don't know. I guess. I give up trying to label whatever this fiasco is. I guess. Who knows? I don't know. Ultimately, what would I like this to be? A TV show. I have thought about. Oh no, don't go there. Don't use those. Yeah, don't use the barryisfunny.com shirts. I wouldn't use those. Is the store still up at barryisfunny.com? Don't go there. Those don't, I don't even know what's up there, actually. Who's still printing those? I don't even know what the hell that is. I don't even know where you get those. Honestly, I don't even know I don't even know what I have in my own shop. That's so sad. Yeah, I have no idea. I need to get my shit together. I don't even know what shop that is. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe that is a good shop. Yeah. Oh, I think that's okay. But those are not Barry on Deck, obviously. Those are just like those are okay to get. You right, Donna. You right. I thought those were like Barry on Deck shirts, and I was like, oh, I don't think those are okay. You right, Donna. You the boss. You and Jen and Cece always know better than me. I don't even know why I disagree with you guys. I don't know why. I got 18 like wives. I got a wife. I got like show wives. I got work wives. I got so many wives in my life. It's not even funny. Cisco said, call the show the Laminack Fiasco. Okay, done. We're changing the show name right now. You guys are now called Fiascals. How about that? Fiascheads. No. Okay. Hey, what's up, Heartthrob? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for lurking and listening. I don't know what to call this thing. I don't know. Because people ask me, and I'm like, I don't know. It's a podcast. It's a show. I will say, there has been discussions in the past weeks or so about could this be done for TV? What? Fiascots? Oh, Halsey over on the YouTubes. I kind of like that. Fiascoles. How about that? Fiascots is good. Fiascoles is really good too, though. Y'all are Fiascoles, the Laminack Fiasco. You guys could be Fiascoles. Okay, I don't know. But yeah, there was a question like, could we do this show on TV? I'm like, well, yes, we could. It might have to be cable because I would forget that I can't cuss. But yeah, so yeah, we've got a ton to get to. So yesterday we didn't get detailed into the comings and goings. We talked a lot about Homo Astros fan. Thank you for the 100 bits, buddy. We didn't deep dive into the goings on in free agency or legal tampering. Stupid ass name. We didn't deep dive into specifics of the Texans. What we got into was the Kirk Cousins. We got into Russell Wilson. And we kind of talked about what was going on and the movement and so forth, but we didn't deep dive into it because I wanted to make sure that we kind of saw what the Texans did as a whole. Because the day wasn't over yet. And, there was some moves that, you saw and you went, okay, well, that sucks, but they're not done yet. So let's wait and see. And you didn't want to jump the gun and be like, oh my God, they lost Jonathan Grenard. Now what? And did they overpay? Did the Vikings overpay for Grenard? And losing Cashman, was that a big deal? And so we're going to get more into that. We're going to get more in depth with that today. There was some big news that happened today as well that involves a running back for your Houston Texans. So we're going to discuss that as well. So we'll deep dive a little bit more into what went on with the Houston Texans today. And what we'll kind of look at now that day one of legal tampering, which is basically just free agency. We'll take a look now that the dust has settled a little bit. We'll look at all the moves that the Texans have made in free agency, as well as just in general with trades, which is they have made one at least that we know of. And we'll kind of assess where they're at. How does this team look? Was it a good day? Was it a bad day? Do you like the moves? Do you not like the moves? I have my opinions. I'm sure you have your opinions. Let's talk about it. And yeah, Total Dallas, if you have your opinions on, your team, if you like what your team did, House, do you like what the Vikings did? I think House might actually kind of, like at least what the Vikings did on defense. I don't know if he's necessarily going to like what they did on offense. But yeah, let me hear from you. Do you like what your team did in day one of free agency? Let's discuss that as well. This was a busy morning for me. Okay. But yes, Steven the weather guy, we have that too. We'll get into some more of those moves. I don't have any slides for you today other than a birthday. We do have a birthday today. Yo, Catfish! Boom, boom, double salute. I just poked myself in the eye. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I just poked myself in the eye. Okay, I'm out of commission. I got a flat tire. Oh, my God. Ah, Jesus. Son of a bitch. Hey, what's up? Alan Denson's on the YouTubes, too. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, House said I like Grenard. Love Aaron Jones. Sam Darnold. Fucking what? Yeah. You go from Kirk Cousins to Sam Darnold. What? Yeah, that's the shocker there. That's the head scratcher. The what part of that? I'm not so sure. We'll get into that a little bit. Yo, what up, Mines? Barry, do I have permission to rant? Mines, we are in day 2 of NFL free agency. If you want to rant about NFL free agency or maybe what the Toronto Argonauts did about that, sure. If you want to rant about the Toronto Raptors, I give you permission as long as it's not all caps. But if you're expecting me to go into a 20 to 30 minute conversation with you about it, it's not going to happen, buddy. You got to understand, I love you to death. I do. I love you to death. And I'm so glad you're a part of this community. But you got to understand, we cannot stop the show for you Every time you show up, there's thousands, there's millions of people that watch this show. Okay. There's a lot of people that watch this show every day, and I want you to be a part of it, and I do appreciate you being here every day. But, we can't just make the show all about you when you show up. I want you to be a part of it. I do. But you got to fit in. So, and Reyes, damn it. Reyes goes, Raptors suck. But, when we get in and talk basketball on those moments, absolutely be here. Let's do the basketball thing. But right now, you got to understand, it's big time NFL talk. It's huge right now for us. It's NFL free agency. So, hey, what's up, Jen? Good to see you, sweetie. Damn it. What does this say? Can you explain to me when the Raps are up 18, they decided to only play their bench players for the majority of the game? Tanking. That's why. Alan Denton said the interview went well. That's good. Yeah. You mentioned that yesterday. What's up, Rudy Rod? Tell them to hit you in the DMs. You could talk there. That's true. Yeah. You know what, Mines? If you're not following me on Twitter, that's a good place for us to rap about that. You know what I mean? Come here, kick it. Let's hang out on the show. Let's talk about what goes on here. But hit me up on Twitter with the Raptors talk, and let's rap a taste. Let's do that there. But hang out here. But Mines, that's the problem. If we're being honest, and Donna's right, Mines won't even stick around. You come in, you make the show about you for 15 minutes, and then you leave, and then we're all like, well, fuck, he just bogarted the show. And then he leaves. And then that's it. So I can't, as much as I'd love to, I can't. Hey, what's up, Christopher Mina? Good to see you. No, not off the rails. I'm just trying to, school. Just trying to school, folks. Trying to make this a badass community, Just trying to make this cohesive and fun for everybody involved. I do have some cool news, and that's what I was trying to get to before we jump into more of this NFL stuff, because I do want to jump into it and get right to it. But it was a busy morning for me. One more gin, mines, and bam. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I don't even know what that means, Amos. Are you? What's happening right now? My ears are ringing and shit. I don't know what happened. I'm one more gin, mines, and bam. Amos is drunk. 2:31. Amos is drunk. Okay, so I have a couple things I want to share with you guys that it's kind of cool going on, right? So, first thing is, you guys know, we've been rocking this show. We've been doing this since May of 2020. We have been rocking this show since May of 2020. We have been rocking this show since May of 2020. And, we've had our highs, we've had our lows, we've had our good, we've had our bad. We haven't really grown. In fact, at times, I think this show has probably shrunk a little bit, and that's okay. Some of that is maybe my fault. Some of that is just, a case of COVID being over and people going back to work. It's whatever, it's tough. People can't watch during the day. They can't listen during the day. They have work to do. I get it. So, for various reasons, it's whatever. Sometimes people don't, sometimes people don't, they fall out of love with you. Sometimes people don't like the show, whatever. I will say this. Maybe one of the biggest reasons for lack of growth, and if I'm just being honest, has been my own self-doing. I'm not active enough on social media for this show. And I'm probably not active enough on social media for my comedy too. So this morning I finally have sat down with a social media person. Hey, what's up, KB Holmes? What up, Alec? I sat down with a social media person and we met for about an hour Hey, what up, Perry? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, we do need guests again, Chris Reyes, and I need to get better at that. It became very difficult to try to book guests weekly and try to get them in, but you're right. Guests, I think, would help because seeing my stupid face all the time does get monotonous. You know what I mean? I totally agree with that. But it's hard to get a list of, it's hard to find good guests and interesting guests and relevant guests with everything else going on. But you're right. You're totally right. And you're right too, Rez. We lost a lot of people because of politics. But yes, Sean said, rest in peace to Cowboy fam. We lost one guy because of a weird panties thing. So there was that. I met this morning with somebody who does social media marketing. We're going to meet again next week. Now, where we're starting, though, understand where we're starting with is on the comedy side of things. But I think learning from that is really going to help with the growth of this show as well. So I'm very excited about that because I think once we start to get the comedy thing growing, it's going to help with the growing of the show. So I'm super stoked about that because I think when one grows, the other grows, if that makes any sense at all, right? So that's a really good thing. I'm very excited about that because quite honestly, at the end of the day, it's all, rest in peace to the kid interview, my biggest failure with Barry on Deck. My biggest, if I would have to say the kid interview was by far the biggest failure to this day, by far, unless you guys can think of something bigger. But the kid interview or not. Well, it was. I mean, he did show up. But the technical problems in the kid interview was by far the biggest failure. And then followed closely by the live stream Thursday night with what's his name? Who did we have? We had somebody. Was it Rob Riggle? Was supposed to join me, and then we had tech problems on that too. Fuck. Ow. I have the worst goddamn luck. Yeah, it was Rob Riggle, my twin. I just have the worst luck. I really, the devil is busy in my life. Anyways, but I'm very excited about this because this person I think has some really cool ideas and really cool vision. But we're going to start with the comedy side of things. We're going to focus on growing that because I think we're already kind of out there with that and advanced with that. And I think that can kind of, we can get that kind of kickstarted and growing and affect ticket sales right away and get those numbers up and get me touring on that earlier. So very excited about that. And then the other thing, I can share part of it with you. I can't get a ton of specifics, but a few weeks ago, end of February, I was approached by a production company that is, I guess, working with or, I was approached by a producer that is working with Omaha Productions. Which I mean, if you guys are sports people, they are. That's Peyton Manning's. I think it's Peyton and Eli. It might be just Peyton's. I don't know. But Peyton Manning for sure. That's his production company. But I was approached by a producer working with or for Omaha Productions, and they had seen a clip of mine on social media. I think they may have seen it on YouTube. And it was one of the jokes that I had done. What's up, bank president? They had seen a joke that I had done. No, we're not. Peyton Manning's not coming on Barry on Deck. But they had seen a joke I had done and posted on YouTube. So Omaha Productions was like, hey, we're working on a project. They told me the project, but I'm not allowed to say what it is. I can't do it. I can talk in general, but I can't say what project it is. And I can kind of talk about it now in general terms. But they were like, hey, we saw this joke. We think it will be perfect for our project that we're working on. We would like to buy the rights to use the joke. And if we do use it, we will pay you. I mean, we're not guaranteed that we're going to use it, but we love the joke. So can we get a copy of the joke? And then when we're done, if we end up using the joke in our project, we will pay you if we can agree on a price. Cool. So we went back and forth. We negotiated a price. We negotiated, we agreed, and I got them the joke, and they were like, cool. So fingers crossed. If the project goes through and, if they end up using it, if it doesn't end up on the cutting room floor, hopefully your boy gets a little run in an Omaha Productions. I don't know what it would be considered, I don't know if it's a documentary or hell, I don't know what it is, but that would be super dope. You know what I mean? That'd be a nice little. It'd be nice. It would be a nice little win. Hey, Sean, thank you for the 1 bit, buddy. But that would be a cool little win, a cool little thing. But what the cool thing is, which kind of coincides with the meeting this morning, is it was like, yeah, I gotta get better on social media. Hey, what's up? Is statue Tito Boy? Is that you, Tito Boy? Is statue Tito? I always fuck that up. What's up? Is that you? What's up, Tito Boy? It throws me off. It throws me off. There's so many letters. Can you just be Tito Boy? I'm just going to start calling you Tito. Yeah, Total Dollars. It would be cool. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not calling him Boy. No, definitely not doing that. What up, KB Holmes? KB Holmes and Barry on the ESPN Mannycast next season. Suck at 975. Shit. I hate when Sean bids 1 bid. Thank you. Did you get an addendum to the deal that they can put you on a retainer to write more jokes for them? No, but I tell you what, I will say this. I had to pat myself on the back because rarely, and I am so bad at this, when stuff like this happens, I never promote myself. Alan Island boy. It's an island boy. No, I never ask for things or promote myself or any of that stuff. And I don't know what happened to me. And that's, by the way, that's part of my problem. That's to my detriment. You know what I mean? Because I never want to be like that guy where it's like, ugh, that's so off-putting to me. It's like gross. It's like, I don't know. It just looks weird when people are, I don't know. It comes across as, I don't know, off-putting, but that's the world we live in. You have to do those things and you should do those things. And I don't, and that's wrong. And it's stupid on my part. And I hate myself every time I don't. But this time, your boy did. Y'all would be so proud of me after this guy emailed me and was like, hey, saw your joke, working on this project, love the joke, would like to use the joke if we can agree on it. And by the way, they were name dropping, like, here's who we're working with. We're working with this thing and that thing. And it was like some really big things. And I was like, oh, Oh, and little old me, huh? So it was like this and that and this and that and little old me, huh? Oh, well, look at me. I guess I have arrived. But they were like, he was the producer guy, and he was like, yeah, cool. And so I was like, well, hey, man, I really appreciate you reaching out. And, just while I have you here, I've been doing this now. I've been in sports for a little over a decade now, doing sports talk radio. I'm a stand-up comic. I've had this TV show where I've been doing this segment for at least 5 years now. It's kind of like Saturday Night Live. I've been writing these jokes. So, if you guys ever need another sports writer that's funny, I am a stand-up comic for Omaha Productions or any of your other projects. I'm here. If you need more jokes or, a resume or whatever, let me know. Let your boy know. I was like, forgive me if that was too forward, but I got to shoot my shot. He goes, no, I love it, man. He goes, I love it. I'm glad you shot your shot. I would have done the same thing. Good for you. And I'll keep my ears open and my eyes open if I see anything. Which is, that's business talk fuck off, kid. I don't. But hey, it was cool. It's a cool little moment. And look, I've learned something about this business, having now been in it for almost 14 years in some capacity. I've learned that it's never really one thing that is usually, it's never one thing that makes a career, especially on the comedy side. Now on the sports side or maybe the TV side, I don't know as much, but on the comedy side, if you get an opportunity, I always tell younger comics, you might get something like when I got Dry Bar, everybody's like, oh, bro, that's made so many careers. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't know how much shit they've done already and this and that. And I always tell people, man, Jen, you show damn don't. I get on him all about that all the damn time. She does. Jen's always like, damn it, Laminack. You need to be tooting your own horn. I know. Yeah, Tony said too modest. I am. I know. I just, it feels icky. It feels icky to toot my own horn. Aaron said, okay, next time just text me and I'll be your agent. Yeah, I need to do that. Oh, that's funny. Total Dallas said hostile takeover, calling it an audible. Chris Reyes said, I agree with Jen. Yeah. Aaron Raybold approached by a talent scout to work with big things. Yeah, shit, I wish. Mina said, can we hear the joke? No, because it would give away, I think it might give away the project or the premise of the project. Please write Eli's jokes. That's not nice. It's a sports joke, by the way. It's not a joke from the stage. So it was a joke that I wrote on the TV show. So it's a joke from the TV show, Sports Saturday, that I posted on my Barry on Sports, Barry on Deck account, not my Barry is Funny stand-up account. So yeah, it's from my Barry on Sports / Barry on Deck account on YouTube is where they found it. So it was a sports related joke from the TV show. That's how they found it. So it's definitely not a stand-up comedy joke. It was a sports joke from the TV show, from Sports Saturday. So hey, what's up, Ian? Long time no see, buddy. Cisco said just bang Ray J. Again? Because last time he was like, my bad, bro. I didn't put no film in the tape in the camera. I was like, damn it, dude. We did all that for nothing. He was like, well, I got to run. Sean says shoot or shoot. Yeah, eventually one's going in. Yeah, but what I was saying is, like, I always tell younger comics, when you get stuff in comedy, you're just building a brick wall of a career. You know what I mean? No one brick is really going to be more important than the other. There will be things that, no one brick is, you don't build a brick wall out of one big brick. It's all the bricks matter in the wall of your career. One might maybe be a little bigger than the other, but one brick does not make the entire wall. So it takes a lot of them to build the entire career. And it's just, I look at it as cool if it happens, if it does go, it's just another thing on the resume, and we keep plugging along. So that's why I'm excited about working with this person on social media stuff, because my goal is just to get my numbers up on social media. That's why I always ask you guys, man. I always appreciate the shout outs and the retweets and everything, but man, I'm gonna be honest with you. The biggest way to support on social media, obviously coming here and watching and participating and just chatting and being a part of this in any way, shape, or form is huge. And helps be on the show every day. But if you're scrolling or you're online or you see a joke of mine, if you see a clip of mine, man, if you share that with somebody, if you save it to your favorites, if you hit like, if you leave a comment, all of those things, when you engage with my stuff, that's huge. Because that signals to the algorithm that, oh, this is material. This is something that is liked by this person. And the more that happens, the more the algorithm goes, oh. So if you're on YouTube and you see a clip, or you go to my channel and like a video, and some of you have done like where you went and did all 99, but like, yeah, when you see just send a clip, every once in a while, send one to your friend. You know what I mean? Just, and it doesn't have to be all at once, just randomly, every now and then. It helps. It really does. It really helps. So, and it's appreciated. So thank you very much. Thank you, Reyes. I appreciate you, buddy. You the man, sir. Stephen the Weather Guy said, have you ever played Jenga? Yes, I have played Jenga. It's okay. Why do you ask? I wasn't that good at it. I wasn't terrible, but I wasn't great. I don't know what that has to do with it. No, Cisco, I didn't have sex with Roy J. It was Ray J. Mina said, this is way out of left field, but could you get a copy of the pilot you shot? Oh, back with Fox? Shit, probably not. I don't think so. I don't even know if they have it, honestly. That'd be interesting. But probably not. Oh, Steven said, yeah, referencing your brick comment. Yeah, that's probably more of my career as Jenga instead of a brick wall. Yeah, it's probably a good reference. All right. So that was some news out of my camp. Pretty excited about that. So fingers crossed they end up using my joke in their little project, and your boy will get paid and a little bit of exposure, and who the hell knows after that. And got a lot of work to do coming up. Jeff Bell! Yo, homie! Jeff Bell with the super chat over on YouTube. I don't have anything that fires off over there. I don't know how to do that on YouTube. Shit, I done forgot. Jeff Bell, thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, thoughts and prayers for my Broncos. How bad is it, Jeff Bell? Tell me in your own words, how bad is it? Let's see. Let's just go to the free agent tracker. Let's start with the Broncos since he brought it up. Let's go look at the free agent tracker from CBS. I like CBS's free agent tracker because it shows you the team that had them and then where they went, right? So now it doesn't, what it doesn't have that Spot Track has was like where the team was and then where they went. So let's go here. Denver update. Lloyd Cushenberry went to Tennessee. So Denver lost their center. We know they lost Russ, who went to Pittsburgh. They added Brandon Jones. Okay, so you added a safety. Well, that's good. Let's see. They added Malcolm Roach. Okay. Will Lutz decided to stay in Denver. Well, you did trade Jerry Jeudy. I don't know what for. What'd you trade Jerry Jeudy for? Like some oats to feed that stupid ass horse? You didn't get much for Jeudy. Not that Jerry Jeudy was all that. I mean, bro. Yeah, Jerry Jeudy might have been the best wide receiver the Broncos had, but Jerry Jeudy wasn't all that. What was in that trade package for Jeudy? Let's see. Jerry Jeudy. Oh, a 5th and a 6th rounder? Well, yeah. Damn. So Cleveland got Jerry Jeudy. By the way, Cleveland also signed Jameis Winston to back up Deshaun Watson. So there you go. What does let's do this. Let's go ESPN. Let's go NFL. Broncos depth chart now. Yeah. Bro, this depth chart looks more like a death chart. Ouch. Look at this. Look at this offensive. This is an offensive, not an offensive. This is offensive. Damn, Jeff. But look, like I said, same thing about the Texans, right? Like, it's not over yet. There's still some work to be done. There's still some free agents to be had. But right now, the starting quarterback for your Denver Broncos, Jeff Bell, is Jarrett Stidham, followed by Ben DiNucci. No, Jeff Bell. You don't get to yell, go Texas. I mean, you do. You do. I don't blame you shit. I'd jump ship too if I were you. If Jarrett Stidham was my... Ooh, you got Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, and Marvin Mims Jr. Jesus Christ. Those sound like backup dancers for ABC. Y'all remember that group? ABC? At the playground. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Greg Dulcich? Jeez, I swear to God. Now look, I will freely admit that the last year plus I have been busy and a little bit out of touch and maybe a little less involved in sports than in years past. So I'm kind of out of tune. I'm not as locked in on every player as I used to be. So there are some names and some guys where I'm like, I don't even know who the hell that is. And I probably should know, but I don't know. But at least I admit it and I don't pretend. But I look at this Broncos roster. I know Mike McGlinchey. Quinn Manners. That sounds familiar. I think Alex Forsythe I know. Ben Powers, Garrett Bowles, Michael Burton. Bro, I know 2 guys on this entire Denver Broncos. I know Cortland Sutton, I'm sorry. And Jarrett Stidham, but that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Yeah, Aisha was a good jam too. Aisha. Yeah. That's bad, bro. That's real bad. And then the defense is, hell yeah, Matt Henningsen, DJ Jones, of course, Zach Allen, Nick Bonito, Alex Singleton, Josie Jewell, Baron Browning, Patrick Surtain, second, okay, PJ Locke, Brandon Jones, and Fabian Moreau. Jesus Christ, Jeff Bell. This is awful. God damn, that sounds awful. I don't know. Yeah. Jeff Bell said, I don't know who they are. And he's a diet. That is sad, bro. That is sad. That is sad. And that's what I was about to say, Sean. That's what I was about to say. The Broncos literally 2 years ago went from a quarterback away to who are these people? Who are these people? Oh my God. Oh my God. The only reason I say it like that was from that podcast where that black chick was talking and she leaned back and her hair falls off behind the couch. Have you ever seen that podcast where she's talking to that dude and she was like, and then her hair falls behind the couch and she goes, oh my God. And then she says the N-word and I don't say that. It's the funniest. I would have died. I'd be like, we're not putting that out, right? You're not going to air this episode, right? She was like, And he's dying laughing. I would That's funny, Total Dallas. Total Dallas said they went from a quarterback away to just away. Let's go. That's hilarious, Total Dallas. Hey, belated dorm ATF, thank you for the follow. Why are my follows not kicking off on Twitch? That's pissing me off. My alert follows are not working. That's making me mad. I'm sorry, belated dorm ATF. And then 17 HCEK. 17 followed, and I didn't even know that happened. How come these are not working, damn it? I really need to figure out the follows here. What's going on? That's going to make me angry. I don't know how to figure that out. Shit. I don't know. Jeff said we went from married with children, nice house to divorced and paying child support. Yeah, it's pretty bad, Jeff. I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty terrible, bro. Pretty terrible, brosif. All right. Close this window. I'm gonna put this up here. What the hell? What in the? All right. Nope. Yep. All right. Let's take a look-see at your Houston Texans here for a minute. We got some things to discuss. All right. So yesterday, when we last tuned in, Houston Texans had lost Jonathan Grenard. He was the 22nd ranked free agent in the 2024 class. And he signed with the Minnesota Vikings on a 4-year, $76 million deal. That deal, $42 million guaranteed. And let's see, average annual salary 19, 2024, or let's see, his market value was about $13 million a year. So this deal, I mean, look, it was about 19 a year. And that was the concern, I think, for the Texans. And before we kind of get into the ins and outs and everything, let's just say this. Texans lost, here, look. Texans lost Jonathan Grenard. They lost Blake Cashman to Minnesota as well. So Minnesota was just like, hey, we like your defense, Texans. We'll take Grenard and we'll take Blake Cashman. And in Cashman's case, they didn't have Spot Track didn't have a value for him. But they ended up getting him for about $8.5 million per year, and he was the leading tackler. So you had the leading sack. What the hell am I looking at? Grenard led the Texans in sacks. Shut up, House. House coming in here. Go Vikings. Shut up, nerd. So you had the Texans lose their leading tackler and the guy who led the team in sacks. Not just lose, but lost them to the same team, no less. Which is kind of wild when you think about it. So there's Blake Cashman with 106 tackles. Let's see. No, players. Passing, rushing, and receiving. Here we go. Defense. Total tackles. There's Cashman with 106. There's sacks. Jonathan Grenard with 12.5. Cashman had a 2, which is okay. So you lose both of those, a defensive end and a linebacker. Now, look, you think, all right, with Will Anderson Jr. on the come, I know you guys love when I say that. You hope that he replaces Grenard. And I think in this case, losing Cashman, losing Grenard, you also lost Devin Singletary and Cameron Johnson, right? And you lost Noah Brown, wide receiver. You kind of knew that was going to happen. Or excuse me, you didn't lose Noah Brown. So those were the big losses yesterday, right? Grenard and Cashman and Singletary and Cameron Johnston. But really, the two big ones were Grenard and Cashman. Houdini said, pause. Google it, Houdini. It's a real saying. On the come. Losing Grenard and Cashman, here's what I think was going through the mind of Nick Caserio and DeMeco Ryans. I think what they're trying to do is balance continuing to build a team that is on an upward trajectory. They're not there yet. They're a playoff team. You know, they're on an upward trajectory. They're a good team. They're trying to get to great. But you can't get to great if you overspend. If you overspend. Now, here's what you have to remember. You can lose good players, and they did. Jonathan Grenard is a very good player. But what they didn't do was overpay for a very good player. Okay? And that's where you have to be cautious. That's where you have to be careful, is you want to spend money, and they have the money to spend, right? They have the money to spend. You have the money to add players. You have the money to go out and get good players. But, what was I saying? Hey, your BOD light is off. Yeah, I ran out of batteries. You have the money to go out and add quality players and depth to this team. But what happens is if you start to panic and say, oh shit, we're going to lose Jonathan Grenard if we don't beat, not just match, but beat the Vikings offer of $19 million average annual value for Jonathan Grenard, when statistically, and it's not always accurate, but statistically, SpotTrack is saying he's worth about what? What'd I tell you? $13 million a year? On a 4-year deal, he should have cost about 53 based on production so far. So the Vikings said, screw it. We'll give you 19 a year and 42 guaranteed. So now they overpaid. He should have been the 15th ranked defensive end paid in the NFL based on that. He will now, let's see. See where this will rank him amongst, there we go, top salaries, leaderboard, all types. Here we go. What the heck? Nope. Defensive end update. I know that's not what I want. This is stupid. Contract. There we go. That's what I wanted. Average salary by position. Okay. Defensive end update. So this puts, where's Jonathan Grenard? He is at 19 now. Yeah. Why isn't that showing up over here? There you go. So he's now 9th on this list, right? He is now 9th on the list based on his new salary. Now, look, he is 26 years old. That's fantastic. Okay. So that's Grenard making 19 a year, the guy they signed making 10 and also had 12 sacks. Just good business. And that's kind of what I was getting to, Catfish. But I got 3 hours to kill, bro. I can't just say that and be like, okay, well, let's just stare at each other for 3 hours. You gotta build it up, bro. So you saw on the list, asshole. So Danico Autry. Now there's a difference though, Catfish. Oh, jumping the gun ass Catfish. The one big difference is age. Okay. Danico Autry, they go out and get Danico Autry on a 2-year deal for $20 million, average annual value at 10.5. Average annual value of 10.5 guaranteed, right? So that puts him ranked 20th. So what you're asking basically is, you're saying that you hope Will Anderson Jr. now becomes the guy. He's the one that steps up and replaces Jonathan Grenard as the sack leader on that defensive line. And then Autry's the one that replaces Will Anderson's 7 sacks with his maybe not 10, but 8 or 9. Or if it's just 7, it's still a good value at 10 because Will Anderson's on a rookie contract getting you what Grenard was getting you at 12, right? So do you see the math? Do you see how that kind of makes sense, right? You've got Will Anderson and Autry getting you essentially the same amount of sacks that Grenard and Will Anderson were getting you. So you're not overpaying for the same production. And I think that's what the Texans are trying to look at, that they're trying to accomplish, is they're like, we don't want to overpay and kill the opportunity that we have. We don't want to overspend. We love these guys. They're great. Sure. But we've got to spend wisely because we still got a lot of work to do. We still got a lot of holes to fill. Remember, this is still a team that's 1 year removed from being awful. So it's got to make sense. It's got to make sense. And they still had a lot of work to do. You know, you got to shore up the offensive line. You got to shore up the secondary. I still think you got to get some help in that receiver room. You got some work to do. But, you know, getting to Nico Autry, that was a good get. He had, 10.5 sacks last year? Let's see. Stats. Based on this. 11.5 sacks last year. Yeah, 11.5 sacks last year. Jonathan Grenard had 12.5 sacks last year. 1 sack difference. So, yeah. Hey, what's up, Alex Villanueva? Good to see you, buddy. Who the hell is Dorrance Armstrong? Where did you see that? I don't know. Where did you see that? Where did you see that? Where did you see that? So... By the way, Astros whooping the Marlins 9-1. You know what I want to do too? Defensive end salary list. Oh, with the Commanders? Yeah. Okay. Oh, there, right there. So, I mean, look at that. Look, boy, DeMarcus Lawrence making $13 million. Yeah. You've got Jonathan Grenard making more than DeMarcus Lawrence. Isn't that wild? And more than Cameron Jordan. See what I mean? So that's why it sucked. Jonathan Grenard's making $1 million a year less than Von Miller. And it sucked to lose these guys. You look at it and go, wow, that's a lot of production. But at the same time, when you start to really evaluate it, you're like, okay. You hated to see everybody else signing all these big names and great names. And at the end of the day, in D'Amico we trust. And you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Go ahead, clip it. Mark it. In Nick Caserio, I finally trust. I said it. What? Yeah, I finally trust Nick Caserio to make good decisions. He's earned my trust with the moves and the decisions that he's made over the last year plus. I trust the guy. I think he's made some really heads up and smart moves and decisions. He's got my full confidence. He's made some tough decisions. He's made some decisions that haven't always been the most popular, but I think some of them have been the right move. So there you go. So that's why yesterday went the way it did in a nutshell for the Houston Texans, is you weren't going to overpay for your top guys. Look, they played for big contracts and they got them. In fact, let's go look and see on that linebacker list, Blake Cashman, who's now playing with the Vikings. He got what, $8.5 million? Let's just see where that puts him on the list. Let's see, linebackers. Okay. Trying to, what the heck? Okie dokie. Let's see. Stats, salaries. There we go. Linebackers. What in the what? Oh, I'm on the wrong damn one. Dumbass inside. There we go. There we go. Nope. What am I missing? Let's just go to the linebackers then. Oh, they don't have him registered as an inside or outside. They just have him as a linebacker. Okay. Interesting. Here's a interesting question. All right, so if you look right now, Blake Cashman is making $8.5 million. They just have him registered as a linebacker, right? 38th, right? Interestingly enough, though, when you go and kind of look at like inside linebackers, that kind of puts him in the spot of, Caden Ellis, Demario Davis. I mean, it obviously depends on the where he lines up and what he plays, what system he plays in, but again, you don't want to overpay for these guys. So I kind of dig what Nick Caserio did. Hey, yo, what's up? Eric Resendez, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for being here. So I dig what he did, and hats off to him for making some tough decisions and letting some guys go that he had to let go. A couple other of note on that list. Let's see. Here was the free agent tracker. Let's go. So Houston, they lost Cameron Johnston and then added Tommy Townsend, the Kansas City punter. Did that dude even hit the field? Did Kansas City ever even punt? I don't even know. I have no idea what Kansas City's punter even did. I'm pretty sure he didn't even punt. So, let's hope Alex, all of it guaranteed. What? What did Alex say? TD, is Dak getting that 10-year, $900 million deal? Hannah, open the checkbook. For who? For what? Yeah, and D'Amico, we trust. I trust Hannah McNair to make good decisions. Yeah. Gone are the days of ridiculous rookie contracts. Yeah, of course. All right, so let's talk about the big news that came out today. As you know, and as you can see here, let me zoom in. This is all Houston stuff. So they lost Grenard to Minnesota. They added Azeez Al-Shaair, which honestly, I don't even know who the hell that is. He's 26 years old. I got to look the dude up. They paid $11 million average annual for the guy. And I'm guessing that's the Blake Cashman replacement, right? He's a year younger. So they lose. I mean, you go linebacker to linebacker, right? They lose Cashman at $8 million, but they add a 3 years. They paid, what is it? 3 years. You could see guaranteed at signing $21 million. They got a potential out after 2, but I don't know who this dude is, if I'm being honest. I have no idea. So let's go take a look at who the heck this dude is. So there's your potential out, where you would save. Alex says, sign everybody. By the way, what is the text line for this show? 1-800-636-8686. What is that number? What is that too? I remember hearing that all the time. I used to hear that all the time on a show I used to listen to. 1-800-636-8686 is the number. Hit us up toll free. 1-800-636-8686. What was that? Oh, that was Jim Rome. Oh, wow. That's funny. That was a Jim Rome show. No, that's not Tony the Hatchet Man Valentine. All right. I don't know who this dude is. Azeez Al-Shaair. No idea. No clue. No clue. He was a Tennessee Titan. And this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, let me see here. I'm trying to find some. Let's see. This article says Houston moving to shore up their defense free agency. Shahir agreed to terms. Signed a modest 1-year deal worth $5 million with the Titans to become a starter last year's. Tennessee relied on Al Shahir to relay defensive calls, sidelines to the huddle. 5th-year vet posted a career high 163 tackles, 5th best in the NFL. So they replaced their leading tackler with the 5th best tackler in the NFL. Who? Isn't it 630? 281 630? I think you failed there, Amos. I think it's 281 630, isn't it? I think it's 281. I think you screwed that up. Pretty sure it wasn't 281 630. I think it was. I could be wrong. Oh, it's 330. Shit, we both wrong. Look at us. Oh, stupid ass. Old ass Amos and Barry. Yeah, we both wrong. Look at Jared Taylor had to step in and correct us old heads. 281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on low. So it says, 5th best in the NFL with 163 tackles. And what did we say Cashman had? Cashman had what we say? I don't even remember what the hell we said. 106. Aha! I laugh at your 106. You paltry 106 tackles, loser. All right, so they get a dude who 5th best in the NFL in tackles. I like it. So they actually got better in that regard. Amos said, I'm not from Houston. It really doesn't matter if I really know. Okay. Well, kiss my ass, Amos. Titan franchise record, Al Shahir's 26, also had 2 sacks and 4 passes defended. So they definitely, I feel like, in that regard, upgraded from Cashman with Al Shahir and spend a little more than they would have, but feel like that's an upgrade. So that's good. That's good. But I had never heard of that dude. So that's good. That's a good signing. So they got better. They upgraded over Blake Cashman. I think that losing Grenard and adding Autry, Danico Autry, is not necessarily an upgrade over Grenard per se because he's older, but he replaces Will Anderson, and Will Anderson is younger and a better value than what Grenard got. So I think that it's kind of the same, but a better value than what Grenard and Anderson would have been. There you go. At a much cheaper overall cost. Right? Right. All right, so that was the moves that we saw. And now let's talk about the big one. Huge one. Bigly. Most bigly. And yesterday we talked about it, I think. The Bengals were going to cut Joe Mixon. And maybe it was going down last night. The Bengals were going to cut Joe Mixon. And the Texans were like, oh, contraire, mon frere. Oh, ho, ho. We need a running back. Because as we just saw, the Texans lost Devin Singletary to the New York Giants, who paid him $5.5 million a year for 3 years. Boy, I'm sorry, but I think the Giants definitely overpaid for Devin Singletary. Yeesh. And this doesn't say what it was, but feel like they overpaid. Market value was 5.3, but bro is, I mean, we saw flashes, and maybe he'll be better. I don't know what that Giants O-line is like, but you just felt like, the Texans, 28th rushing attack last year? Not good. Now, look, I don't think the Bengals rushing attack was all that last year, but I want to say Joe Mixon was a top 10 running back as far as yards last year. In fact, let's look up the stats. Let's pull them together. Let's grab them. Because if you didn't know, instead of the Bengals cutting Joe Mixon, the Texans stepped in and said, let's instead work a deal. And the Texans have traded for Joe Mixon and worked a deal. So Texans trading for Bengals running back Joe Mixon. Surprising turn of events. This went down today at about 11:37. The Bengals were going to release him after they signed Zach Moss. The Texans have traded an undisclosed pick, so we'll find out what it cost them. They traded an undisclosed pick to acquire Mixon, who had 1,034 yards rushing and 9 touchdowns in 2023. It says Monday the Texans lost their 2023 starting running back when Devin Singletary signed with the Giants. Let's look up the stats. Let me see. NFL. Damn it. No NFL stats. There we go. All right. I'll put this over here. Rushing attack. There we go. All right. So we'll go by yards. There we go. Joe Mixon, 1,034. He was, in fact, 8th. So he was a top 10 rusher, as I thought. He was 8th in the NFL in rushing yards. And Devin Singletary was 21st. He had 898 yards rushing. All right. Now, he did play in all 17 games. Joe Mixon played in all 17 games. Devin Singletary had 216 rushing attempts. Joe Mixon had 257 rushing attempts. Let me zoom in here a little bit just to make it a little easier on the eyes for you guys. Joe Mixon averaged 4 yards a carry. Singletary averaged 4.2. A long of 44 for Mixon. A long of 24 for Devin Singletary. Touchdowns. Mixon had 9. Singletary had 4. Yards per game was 61 if we round up. 61 for Mixon, 53 for Singletary. Fumbles. And fumbles lost, 0 for Joe Mixon. 1 and none lost for Singletary. And what the hell is FD? What the hell is that? Rushing first downs. Duh. First downs. 59 and 40. That could be, hell, who knows? That has a lot to do with O-line and play calling and all that shit. And let's see, what else do we have over here? Was that the last of it? Yep. Okay. So, I think there's, without a doubt, Joe Mixon, I look, he comes with a past. We all know what happened in college. Eric Resenda says, wasn't a conditional 7th rounder. No, I don't think it was a conditional 7th rounder. It says undisclosed, but I don't know. Let's see. Joe Mixon trade. Bengals trading Joe Mixon. Let's see what NFL.com says. We'll check Yahoo. We'll check Sports Illustrated. Late round pick for Joe Mixon. Ian Rappaport says source 49ers are adding a defensive tackle. Okay, well, that doesn't help. Plot twist, Bengals are now trading Joe Mixon to the Texans rather than releasing him. So Zach Moss signs in Cincy. Mixon is traded to Houston from Joe Burrow to CJ Stroud. Bengals are releasing Joe Mixon. That's from Tom Pelissero. Let's see. Ian Rappaport. 49ers are adding a defensive tackle, agreeing to terms with Browns defensive tackle Jordan Elliott. 2-year, $10 million deal. Colts are re-signing Kenny Moore II. Another large man added to the Panthers. Defensive tackle Ashawn Robinson. Packers are bringing back Keeson Nixon. I don't see Yeah, I don't see. Source 49ers pass rusher Chase Young has added a Titans visit to his schedule. Let's see. Steelers are locking a huge piece in the middle of their defense. Patrick Queen. That's nice. Giants signing Drew Lock. Okay. Derrick Henry is signing with the Baltimore Ravens, signing a 2-year deal. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see what it says. From free agency frenzy, Bengals have traded Joe Mixon to the Texans, but I don't. Let me see what this says. I'm listening to something to see if they say what it is. It doesn't. Yeah, they have. Boy. Yeah. Alex had probably a 5th or 6th round pick. That's the thing. I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if it was a 5th round pick, and here's why. A 5th round pick is kind of the last of the. Not that it was, any pick has a little bit of value, I guess. 7th rounders are just kind of like, oh, we got something for him, right? If you were going to cut a guy, then, Don said 7th round. Okay, well, conditional 7th. Wow, where are you guys seeing that? NFL Network? Joe Mixon. Where are you guys seeing conditional 7th? Because I'm not seeing that anywhere. All I know is that Nick loves the compensatory picks. Yes. Yes, he does. Letting guys walk. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see. I don't see it. So, yes, as terms of the deal have not yet been reported. That was according to NFL.com, Yahoo.com. And then I think the deal, so he had restructured. I saw Jordan Schultz had it, but it could be not true. Yeah. Oh, Aaron Wilson. Okay, yeah, he might know, but and what's cool is I had read that Joe Mixon and the Bengals, Mixon had restructured his deal. So this final year was more team friendly. Yeah, Houston made a sensible move for Mixon, who has 1 year left on his deal and is set to cost the Texans around $5.75 million. So it's not even a lot of money that they're spending on a running back, and it's just the 1 year. So, if he's lost a little bit, if he's not great, if he ends up being kind of meh, hey, look, he's not going to be any worse than Devin Singletary for sure. I mean, you just saw statistically he was better than Devin Singletary. And a lot of people are like, oh, he lost a step. Yeah, no doubt. You know what I mean? Like, no doubt Joe Mixon has lost a step. Let's go look at his stats over the years. Yeah, Joe Mixon has lost a step. 2017, he rushed for 626 yards over 14 games. 2017, 1,100, 1,137. He played in 6 games. He got injured in 2020, 428 yards. 1,200, 800, 1,000. He bounced back with 1,000 yards. So, I mean, yeah, he lost a step. He had 13 touchdowns in 2021. That was his best year. Second most touchdowns of his career. So, kind of had a bounce back year, all things considered. Not the most yards he's rushed for, but certainly not what he did in 2022. Could he regress to 2022 numbers? Could he end up rushing for 814 yards and 7 touchdowns on 210 carries? He absolutely could. And that would be almost exactly what Devin Singletary did for you this year at a cost of $5.75 million. So it's like, okay, you know what I mean? That's what you did. You got a running back. I still think he's an upgrade. It's not, he's not a home run. And look, Derrick Henry, what did he do last year? Derrick Henry, he was second with 1,167 yards. So he rushed for 130 more yards and 3 more touchdowns. He rushed for 130 more yards and 3 more touchdowns than Joe Mixon. Okay? 133 more yards and 3 more touchdowns. Derrick Henry rushed for 130 more yards and 3 more touchdowns, and he's going to cost $5 million more. You're going to pay $5 million more for 130 more yards across the season for the year. And if you average that per game, let's see, 130 divided by 17, that's 7.5 yards a game for that extra $5 million, that extra $4.5 million, because Mixon's about 5.75 million. 4.25 million, excuse me. So for that extra $4.25 million, you're getting 7 extra yards a game and 3 touchdowns spread out across the year. It's good money. It's good value. Again, you didn't have the Mixon news. What? Oh. Mixon is better at catching the ball. That's the real win here. Not really. Mixon's never kind of been known. I mean, he might be better than Singletary, but I don't know that Mixon is he's not terrible, but I don't think he's ever been known as kind of a third down pass catching back. Right? Like he's certainly not inept. I'd be interested to see that. Let's I wonder if we could pull up their receiving yards. Let's see. And I'd be interested to see what Derrick Henry brings to the table in that regard too. Let's see. Devin Singletary. But yeah, I don't think Joe Mixon is like upper echelon in as a third down back per se. Especially if he's going to be your primary. There's just not going to be, that he's not going to be that. Tony said, yeah, but they aren't expecting the same production from Henry. Not really apples to apples. What do you mean? I mean, he's your lead back. They are expecting the same production. They're expecting a lead back, whether it's Singletary or Mixon or Henry. You're expecting a lead back to be a lead back, right? Right? So you're paying an extra $4.75 million for an extra 7 yards of rushing a game? And what did they end up paying for Devin Singletary? Singletary ended up getting $5.5 million a year over 3 years. That's the beautiful thing, is you can work with Mixon and sign him to a deal or not, depending on how he does or whatever. So, let's see. Hold on. Here we go. So here's Singletary. Oh, timeout.
Nueva _Alex.
Damn. Got him. Folks, let's take a moment and celebrate this momentous occasion, shall we? Let's stop and take a moment to celebrate this momentous occasion. I don't really have a celebratory song. I don't really have a song to celebrate. Do I? I don't have a song to celebrate. I just have the birthday song. Damn, I was trying to play the diabetes song and it's not playing, but Total Dallas timed somebody out. It's always Total Dallas getting timed out, and my, how the tables have turned. Goodbye, Alex Villanueva, sir, if that is your real name. For those of you watching on YouTube that are like, what in the hell is going on? If you don't know, we are simulcasting on Twitch and YouTube, and on Twitch, you have the ability to earn channel points, and you can use those for different things, including the ability to time people out, which means they can't chat or participate for 10 minutes during the show. So when you earn those channel points and get enough time, you can use them and choose who you want to time out. And usually everybody in the chat times out Total Dallas. But this time, this time around, Total Dallas has flipped it around. And it is now, I say, Alex Villanueva, who has been timed out. I saw Jordan Schultz had it, but it could be not. Okay, that was an old one. All right, so, my God, my YouTube gets so behind. I think it's because I'm not watching it, so it pauses. That could be why. Okay. It's hot as hell in here. It's getting hot in here. All right, so here, Devin Singletary stats. Oh, what was that? Was this just his summary? Regular season receptions, 30 receptions, 193 yards, no touchdowns in 2023. Okay. Oh, no, that's rushing. Well, yards. Okay, 898, 4.2. So, yeah, 4 touchdowns. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, so Derrick Henry had 28 receptions for 214 yards. So you had 30 for 193, 28 for 214, and Joe Mixon had 52 for 376 and 3 touchdowns. So you had 28, 214. Yeah, okay, I stand corrected. 30, 193. Yeah. All right, good on you. Fist bump. Yeah, that is definitely better numbers. I mean, he's not known to be, but there you go. Alex Villanueva done switched over to YouTube. No cheating, Alex. I'll time your ass out over there. I mean, I guess technically you can bounce around from one to the other. I don't give a shit. I mean, there's no rule that says you can't. Okay. No, I stand corrected. Joe Mixon, better numbers than Derrick Henry and Devin Singletary in the pass catching department. So good on you, Sensei Bullrock. You win today's I told you so, Barry, you stupid ass award. I just made that award up. And that let's see. Do I have something to give out? Oh, you know what? I do. It's in this box right here. Here it is. All right, that was childish. I apologize. All y'all got a hell of a QB. Oh, and y'all got a hell of a QB. I think Mixon is going to be sneaky pick in fantasy next year, even with Stroud tossing the ball. Yeah, for sure. Spoon said Mixon to the Texans. Did I miss that? You sure did, bitch. I like fantasy football too much. It's not a good thing. Yeah, true that. So yes, it was definitely a 7th round pick. Oh, thank you, Don. There you go. There you go. 7th round pick. That's nothing. That is nothing. That's why I was saying like a 5th or a 6th. I would have been surprised if it was a 5th round pick. Not that you're like, oh, that's a lot to give up, but it would be like, ooh, you gave up a 5th for a 1-year guy that may not be here after that. It's not crazy, but especially for a guy that was going to be cut that you could just sign. And having just signed him, you probably would have signed him to a 1-year, $5 million deal. It wouldn't have costed you a pick. And in return, you know, the Bengals would have been happy because they would have gotten a compensatory pick. In fact, what's crazy is the Bengals probably would have gotten a higher pick than the 7th. So I don't know why they would have done that. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Kind of weird, but whatevs. Whatevs. It's a solid deal. Got just as much chance missing on a 7th round as you do on Mixon for a year. Yeah, that's true. Hey, what's up, D-Show? Good to see you, man. Thank you for being here, D-Show. Hello. What up, Spoon? Spoon said, damn, I bet they also take a late round running back. Well, I'll tell you this. I doubt it because I think they've got one more year to look at Dameon Pierce. This is it though, right? I think like, hey, you go to Dameon Pierce and you say, this is it, kid. Make or break for you. Win the job or you're probably done. All right. But you've got to shit or get off the pot. You had a fantastic rookie season. Maybe it was a sophomore slump. Maybe you've got whatever, but let's get it worked out. But now's your chance to figure it out. But if you can't, we're going to have to, cut bait. And then next year, what they would probably do is kind of like what they did this year. Maybe find a guy for a year or two in free agency, or, you know, a guy that they can get for a year or so via another trade like they did with Mixon, and draft a guy and then figure that out. In fact, let's see what free agents exist. Hey, Reyes, we'll see you, buddy. Love you, dude. Be careful. Be safe. Let's see. Chat. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Chrome resize. Let's take a gander. Free agents in 2025. Oh, bitch, I want all. This is not what I wanted. What is going on? There we go. 2025. All free agents. Russ is a free agent, guys. We could all pull our money together and okay. Running back update. There you go. Chubb, James Conner, Samaje Perine, Najee Harris, Travis Etienne, Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostert, Justice Hill, Javonte Williams, Craig Reynolds. So, not a not the best market in the world. There'll probably be some guys with a year left on their deal, especially if you go to 2026 and update it. So like you got guys that'll be coming up with a year left. Right. So, Kamara, Montgomery, Jamal Williams, Zach Moss, Najee Harris, Gus Edwards. So these would be guys that'll also be like, well, we only got a year left. So yeah, it's possible to do this again next year. But I think this will be the last year for Dameon Pierce. That's why I don't think they'll draft a running back this year, Spoon. I imagine since he was stoked, someone wanted to give them anything when they were just going to cut the dude. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that was the thing. When you saw everybody snatching up running backs, you saw Eckler get taken. You saw Singletary get taken. You saw Henry was, Edwards. I mean, like, guys were just flying off the shelf, and it was like, oh, shit. And I can't imagine what the numbers were, but, like, I don't know. I just feel like 10 mil was probably too much for Derrick Henry, even though what did we see? He was second in the league in rushing, but it took 280 attempts to get there. He had 4.2 yards a carry, and I feel like, I might be wrong, but I feel like a lot of that came on at the end, right? Like he was playing for his career almost. Let's look at his game log, because it felt like look at that. Hey, 24-yard game in November, 63, 20, 43, 24, 34, 9 against Houston. Like, bro, now I get it. Their O-line was ass. Well, come on, you're Derrick Henry, bro. He rattles off 153 the last game of the year, and all of a sudden he's second in the league in rushing. And, so that obviously helps, that obviously helps. I don't know. But all of a sudden the running backs just flew off the shelf. So you felt like the Texans were like, oh no, what in the hell are we going to do at running back? And then the word came out that the Bengals were going to be like, well, we're just going to cut Joe Mixon. We're done. And I was like, I'll tell you what, we'll give you something for him. And they were like, really? Okay. Shaw said that Titans team was a mess, though. Yeah, I know. No shit. No, I know. O-line were falling faster than old people in a Life Alert commercial. Yeah, I know. But how do you explain the peaks and valleys, right? How do you explain that away? How do you say, oh, the O-line was awful. The O-line was ass. It was trash. Well, then how do you go for 102 between 76 and 34 on just about the same amount of carries, a couple here and there. Oh, nope, didn't need that. How do you go for 122 against Cincy between 43 and 20? And don't give me that, 102 against Indy, they were garbage. Well, you went for 43 against them. So, and again, I get it, there's a lot of factors that go into this. I mean, the dude only ran for 100 yards how many times last year? 1, 2, 3, 4 times? 97 one time. We'll give him that, so we'll say 5. That counts. Like, bruh. Amy said that's pretty much Henry's career. 8 big games, and the rest is meh. Yeah, could be. Let's look at the previous year. Let's see. Let's check out 2022 Derrick Henry game log. Oh, you a damn lie, Amos. Look, I mean, he'll have a spurt, but still, I'll take 82 and 85. That's not terrible because he scored at least once. 25 yards is awful, but that was probably like a snow game at Buffalo. I bet you that was like a snow game or some shit. It was 41-7. He scored. He averaged 1.9 yards a carry. That's terrible. 25 yards and a touchdown. Jeez. He had a long of 9 yards. My God. And he'll put one up like that, won't he? But then he goes, yeah, see, 85, 114, 102, 128, 219 against Houston, 115. And then okay, 53, 87, 38, 30. It's crazy, man. And then 120, 104. It's almost like he's like, man, I'm the bad. He's like, starts huffing his own farts. He's like, I'm the baddest man on the planet. Can't nobody stop me, bro. I ain't got to do shit. I'm a run. And he's like, oh, damn. And then he stumbles for a couple weeks and he's like, I need to get my shit together. I got to show him who's boss. You know what Derrick Henry is? Just based on these numbers. And I don't know. I don't watch Derrick Henry every week. But you know what it looks like statistically? You know who Derrick Henry is? You know who Derrick Henry is statistically, at least? Based on these game logs? Derrick Henry is the James Harden of the NFL. I said it. Just based on that. Derrick Henry is the James Harden of the NFL. When he wants to, can't stop him. But then he starts huffing his own farts and he's like, man, look at me, baby. I can coast. And then he gets embarrassed by some shit. And people start, bro, Derrick Henry got 25 yards and averaged 1.9 yards a carry. And then he's like, all right, I got to show these people some shit. And then he goes on for 219 yards. Hey, what's up, Joe Bro? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for being here, sir. Good afternoon, Mr. Laminack. Hello, deckheads. It's a beautiful day in the woods. Yeah, it's beautiful out, man. And it's spring break. Let's go. I forgot it was spring break, too. Nora was like, how was the show? I was like, number was down a little bit. She goes, well, it's spring break. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Well, hopefully that's the reason. Never know. It's probably the best day we're going to have in a long while, Mr. Joe Pro. Yeah, that could be it. Show could be it. Steve, the weather guy said, spring break, time to show them titties. Spoon said Derrick Henry is the spoon of TV. Jen said, boo, spring break. What's wrong with, oh, you're just booing it because of the numbers. Yeah. Joe Pro said, spring break. Cece just calls it Tuesday. Oh, Donna. Donna, if I give you Nora's number, will you text her that and let her know, please, that, hey, Nora, tonight is going to be a good night to let your husband sit on that back patio, let him smoke a cigar and drink some bourbon, all right? Now, Mama Donna has spoken, and I don't want to hear a goddamn word about it. And then she'll be like, I don't know who this is, but I will fucking cut you. Amos said Henry's 100-yard games usually include 160 to 70-yard run. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, I don't argue with facts. That's a really good point. I ain't gonna lie. It usually includes 160 to 70-yard run where he mushes a grown-ass man in the face and stiff arms him to hell. You know what I mean? Like, if you ever watch wrestling where they're like, oh my God, it's a choke slam to hell. That's what that is. Derrick Henry's just a stiff arm to hell. Just a grown man just getting mushed in the face. Just they have to keep, y'all don't know this. This is how working in the media, you learn these things. You probably don't know this, but when Derrick Henry plays, they actually have to bring in a coroner just in case he stiff arms somebody to death. And then they would just come out and pronounce them dead right there on the field. They just be like, well, time of stiff arm, 318. That's how bad that dude is. Steven the Weather Guy, thank you for the 20 bits, buddy. Hey, in depth. Streaked. Thank you for the follow. I don't know why my shit's not popping up, sir. I usually have shit where it goes off and it's like, woo! And then like people show their titties and a little butthole and none of that's popping off and I don't know why. I'm trying to get it fixed for the stream, but thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it very much. Thank you for following the channel here on Twitch. We also simulcast on YouTube if you want to go over there. It's not as much fanfare and stuff, but yeah, we're on YouTube as well. Stephen Weatherguy, thank you for the 20 biddies. He said, they are doing spring break shit at Discovery Green outside my window. They are letting kids honk the horns of a bunch of trucks. I have gotten nothing done today. Oh, well, you know what I say. Fuck them kids. Jen said I banned that fool, Barry. Oh, was he the one that did can we just all, I would just like to take a moment. Now, I think we all know I am not one to toot my own horn. I'm not one to brag on myself. I am not one to pat myself on the back. But can we all acknowledge how a bot showed up to this show, spammed this chat, and I did not acknowledge it? I did not lose my shit. I just kept going. Folks, I would like to say that's called progress. That is called growth. That is called trying to be a better man and a better host. Okay? That is me trying to improve. That is me trying to be a good person. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. That is me trying to be, better. So, yeah. So fuck that son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I saw it and I was like, hello, sorry for because I'm trying to talk and let me tell you, by the way, I have gotten really good at being able to talk and read at the same time, which I used to be good at being able to talk and have somebody talk to me, which is also a skill you have to learn in radio and TV, because usually you'll have a producer in your ear or you'll have music in your ear or bump out music or somebody talking to you or like, go to break. And you're like trying to finish something, or they'll be like, they'll be yelling at you or some shit. And so you learn, you learn how to say your thoughts and hear somebody else. And so what I've learned on this show also is how to read your chat messages while I am conveying my own thoughts or finishing a sentence. So I was talking and I'm reading, sorry to bother you, I want to offer a promotion. And I was like, okay, I'm not even going to finish this because I don't even want to get upset. I'm having a good day. This has been a nice show. It hasn't been the best Barry on Deck of all time, but you know what? It's been a nice show. We've had some good sports conversation. It's been very relaxing. It's been a good day. We just been rolling along. Just us kicking it as a family. I'm not going to let this jerk ruin this show. I'm not even going to acknowledge them. So, yeah. I feel like that's progress. Spoon said, you read? Bitch. I swear to God. Rudy said, because you're a professional. Because I am a professional. You damn right. Spoon said, adult-like. Yeah, thank you. Chris Ray said, that's a first. Good job, mods. No, I saw it. Like, they don't. That's the thing. Even if the mods delete it, it still shows up in my window. Because my window it's going to come up no matter what. Right? Like I see it no matter what because the Twitch chat is different than my chat. I get every message no matter what. No matter what. Whether the mods see it and delete it or whatever, it's going to come into this window that I see because my window is a vMix window. It's not a Twitch window. It's my production software. I get every single message pumped into this window, no matter what. Look, I'll show you. Hell, I could pop that sumbitch's message on the screen right now. There it is. Look. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion of your channel. Yeah, see, I still got that hoe. It's right there. I can call it up anytime. That's it. So it don't ever go away, even if the mods delete it or whatever. I can still see it. It's just, do I react to it or, do I acknowledge it or whatever? I want to see what it says. I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be now I do have a limit on how much you can send because I don't want motherfuckers sending like the Bible and shit. I see all. That is correct, Steven. I see everything. Your bean mods were better, if I got to say. Spoon said, yeah, he went to the Zoolander Center. Kiss my ass. Cisco said, in a world where bots spam a chat, one man has the patience to not derail the show. This summer, Barry Laminack stars in Fuck Them Bots, an Omaha Studios production. All right, now we're going to get sued. Way to go, Cisco. How you doing, buddy? You good? Fighting your way through it? It's a tough one, man. That's so funny. I was, when I was talking to that, when I was talking to the social media chick this morning, I was like, yeah, I'm talking to her and I'm trying to tell her, here's what I'm good at. Here's what I know. Here's what I don't know. Here's what I can do. Here's what I can't do. Here's what like I'm well versed in social media. I'm well versed in editing. I'm well versed in a lot of shit. I'm self-taught. I know technology. I know social media. I know a lot, but I was like, my biggest problem is follow through. My biggest problem is really self-sabotage. My biggest problem is motivation. It's being a self-starter, but it's also just like, I don't know. And it's, depression and it's a lot. It's a lot of ADHD. It's like it has nothing to do with ability. It has nothing to do with some people don't do technology or social media because they don't understand it. My shit isn't that. It's like, it has nothing to do with any of that. And so I'm trying to explain that to her. I was just like, yeah, I won't get shit done because I'm just like, don't want to do it. I know I need to do it. I just won't do it. She was like, oh, Lord. I'm like, I'm just telling you full disclosure. You know what I mean? Like, look, I'm not a phone call guy. I don't like to talk on the phone. And we were literally on the phone. She was like, oh. I'm like, no. I get it. We got to have meetings. But if we could text, I'd rather text. I just don't like to talk on the phone. I'd rather text. I'd rather text my mom. Ask her. She'd be like, hey, son, can we have a quick call? And I'll be like, can we text instead? She knows. I just ask Jen. Jen knows me. Shit, I'd rather text than phone calls. I don't know. It's a weird thing, man. That's all I know. That's all I know. Why? Why we got to talk? What is this? What is going on here? Oh, God damn. Donna has 288,000 points. Some of y'all is in trouble. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Y'all are dead. That's all I can say. Y'all are dead. I do have the guy window. Yes, indeed. Excuse me. Spoon, he went to the Zoolander Center. The company is great. What does that mean? TED Talks have been good. I don't know what that means. Are you saying you just grew a little? I did. I'm a grower, not a shower. That is for damn sure. This is Joe Bro, our little Barry all grown up sometimes. Yeah. I mean, really though, are you grown up if you have to ask for people to acknowledge that you're grown up? Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. KB Holmes said, how long till Barry gets a seizure from all these random messages popping up? Where? I don't see any random messages popping up. I don't see them. I don't see any. Spoon said, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. I don't even know what that means. Does that mean like put it out into the universe? Speak it into existence? Manifest it? Is that the same thing? Is that what that is? That's probably. Let's see. Good Lord, Miss Donna. I've been awake most of the day. I guess that's good. That is good. Kind of jealous. Let's all hug Barry. Turn the poor girl into a therapist. No, I was just warning her, Amos. That's all I was saying. I was like, look, full disclosure. You'd be like, oh, I want all this shit done. I'll be like, nah. Now, give me deadlines and I'm good with that, right? Like, give me deadlines and a checklist. I can knock some shit out. As a project manager, I can knock some shit out. But don't be trying to get me on the phone and shit. I will take it back come October. I don't know what that means. I hate the phone. My mom always texts me and says, call me. Hate that. Jen's like, I should have been on that call. Probably, Jen. Probably. Jenny's feeling better, just not 100% yet. Go ahead and talk bad about the mods again. Damn! PB Dubs has 300,000 points. Yeah, you do need to start timing some people out. Joe Bro said at the end of Zoom meetings, Joe Bro, anything to add? Yeah. This should have been an email. That's so funny. Oh my God, that's so funny. Perry said I got 123,000. Man, you guys have racked up some damn points. Look at y'all, man. How much does what's up, USN? USN said, how much does Derrick Henry have left in the tank? 'Tis a great question, sir. Which, by the way, real quick, ADD moment here, ADHD moment. You guys know that I'm always trying to make this show as visually as appealing as possible. And I always like to put your questions on the screen. No, you cannot time out a bot, Reyes. Unfortunately, no. I mean, I guess you can, but I have to do it. I would just say time out a mod at your own risk, but it's still only one a day. But I try to make the window, I try to make this visually appealing, but not overwhelming. But I had modified the chat messages. It used to be bigger, but I try to divide this into equal thirds, but also make it to where editing videos is easier. So like I'm centered and then it's easy to chop up a video. So if you actually look like right here, like this little line right here, where is it? This little line right here and this little line right here. That's actually the exact width of a social media video, like 1080 by 1920, right? So that's why I made when I put your chats up. That's the way it fits into a social media video when I'm posting them. Can you guys see those? Or is that pointless? Can you just not see them? I guess I can make the fonts bigger. I don't know. Give me your feedback. Is it pointless? Or do you even give a shit that I put those on the screen? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. But USN has a great question. How much does Derrick Henry have left in the tank? We were actually just talking about that not too long ago. USN. Spoon said, I see him. I love it. Cool. Thank you, sir. Cisco. This little line of mine, I'm going to let it shine. I'm blind to it by now, said Reyes. You know what? We were looking at Henry's stats. I still have them up, as a matter of fact. We had them up from last year. The problem with Henry, which we were dissecting his stats, right? And they're a bit misleading because he only had 4 100-yard rushing games. Well, 5 if you count the 97-yard game against Baltimore, right? He had a lot of stinkers on his list. And he had 153 in the last game, which put him at second overall for the season in the NFL. And had he not had that game, he ends up, if he just ends up like with a modest number, he's probably at the bottom of the top 10, maybe. I think, first of all, and I'm going to assume USN, are you a Ravens fan? Are you a Ravens fan? First and foremost, is that why you're asking? Are you asking, I guess what I'm getting at is, you're a Bears fan. I think the Ravens overpaid for Derrick Henry. It's not, to me, it's not so much what does he have left in the tank. It's did they get value for their money? And I don't think they did. I think they paid way too much for Derrick Henry. Yeah, I think they overpaid $10 million a year for the next 2 years for an aging guy who his numbers are very deceptive. Chris Reyes says way too many Bears fans here. Not just Mark. Sean Hate Stuff is a Bears fan too. So yeah, there's a couple of Bears fans in the mix here. Yeah, I didn't like the money they spent on him. So what I think is Derrick Henry washed? No. Does he have something left in the tank? Yes. Is he going to live up to the contract? No. I don't believe that. Didn't they sign somebody else too, though? Didn't the Ravens actually get another running back, or am I mistaken? Am I imagining things? Or did the Ravens not sign two? Did they sign another running back, or was it just Derrick Henry? Am I imagining things? Am I being a weirdo? I can't recall. I like what the Bears have done so far. Can't wait for them to do something stupid in the draft. Yes. Yes, indeed, sir. Let's see. Teams. I'm going to pull up the Ravens depth chart. Derrick Henry, J.K. Dobbins, Keaton Mitchell, okay, and Justice Hill. Yeah. No, they haven't. They got rid of Edwards. Oh yeah, no, you're right. They did get rid of it. Gus Edwards is gone.
Heck yeah!
Hey, Dre! Wow. Dr. Dre 290, what's up, pimp? Good to see you, brother. Dr. Dre 290 just resubscribed for 20 months. Good to see you. Holy hell. Dre said, the doctor is in. What up, fam? Cowboys stuck in the mud thanks to mid-ass Dak. Yeah, Cowboys kind of in purgatory right now, bro. Definitely in purgatory. Sucks for show, bro. Sucks for show. Yeah, so you're right though, Jen. They did get rid of Edwards. So that's what's interesting is, hey, what's up, Jet? Good to see you, sweetie. Thanks for being here. She said I'm listening but not chatting. All good, sweetie. Just glad to know you're here. You go from really one of, if not the most potent rushing attack overall in Baltimore, but a lot of that had to do with the fact that Lamar Jackson is there. And they used Zay Flowers as a guy that could get the edge, and they used him in the rushing attack as well. So it was really a three-headed monster in Edwards and Dobbins and Zay Flowers and Lamar Jackson. But Lamar Jackson is the lead back. Don't get it twisted. Yes, Gus Edwards was a good, reliable back for the Baltimore Ravens. But absolutely, Lamar Jackson is the lead back for them. He had 821 yards rushing last year. Gus Edwards had 810. Mitchell had 396. Hill had 387. So, yeah, they Gordon had 81. Oh, I guess I thought they used Flowers more than they did. Oh, you know what? My bad. They do a lot of jet sweeps. That's right. They do a lot of those jet sweeps where they throw the ball. That's a pass. I always forget that shit. They do that. They just throw the ball in the air and he runs by. That's considered a pass because Lamar lets go of the ball. It's not a handoff. Technically, it's a forward pass. So he had 858 yards receiving. I would love to see how many of those were those little jet sweeps. So they lose the 810 that Gus Edwards had. Derrick Henry brings his 1,300. No, how much was it? Was it 1,300? Whatever it was. But I don't think he runs for that this year. I really don't. I don't think he runs for that this year. So we shall see. I just think they overpaid for Derrick Henry. I don't like the value of it. I just don't. Just my opinion, though. But I don't like the value of it. And here, if you're interested, here is your free agent running backs thus far. This is what it looks like. All right. And here's the deals for dollars, top to bottom. Let's see. You've got what? I thought Derrick Henry's deal was 10 mil. Average annual of 8. Total guaranteed of 9. What the? 16. I thought it was 2 years, 10 guaranteed. Well, that changed. That changed in a hurry. All right. So you've got Josh Jacobs went to Green Bay for 4 years, 48 million, 12 is the average annual. Saquon Barkley went to Philly 3 years, 37 mil, 12.5. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger for you guys. That's what she know. Yeah, it's too big. It's not what she said. Yeah, it won't have the guaranteed at signing money, but at least it'll have total guaranteed. So Jacobs gets 448. Barkley gets 3 years, 37.75 million. I'm gonna move this over here so I can at least look at the camera like a normal person. Tony Pollard leaves Dallas, goes to Tennessee. So you go from Derrick Henry to Tony Pollard, 3 years, 24 million. DeAndre Swift goes from Philly to Chicago, 3 years and 3 years, 24 million, just like the Tony Pollard deal. Hold on, I want to see something here. I'm going to pull up the rushing stats on everybody as well. I want to see what went down last year as we do this. Okay. Derrick Henry, 2 years, 16 mil. Antonio Gibson leaves Washington heads to New England, 3 years, $11.25 million. Austin Eckler goes to the Commanders on a 2-year, $8.34 million deal. Zach Moss heads to Cincy, 2 years, $8 million. Aaron Jones goes to Minnesota on a 1-year prove-it deal for $7 million. And Gus Edwards signs a 2-year deal with the Chargers for $6.5 million. There's the guaranteed money. Saquon Barkley's deal, bro. $26 million guaranteed. That's a lot. That was by far the most money guaranteed. He needs to thank his agent. I mean, Josh Jacobs only got 12 guaranteed on a 4-year, $48 million deal. And Saquon's was all guaranteed. I mean, all due at signing. Everybody else's was too, except for Swift's. He got 14 at signing, and he'll get another 1.3 down the road. Josh Jacobs, there's a potential out after the first year. Who's the out? It's got to be a team out, right? Yeah. Looks like it's a team out. Wow. Phew. That's interesting. Who else? Let's see. 2 years for Andre Swift. Chicago can get out of that deal after 2 years of a 3-year deal. And then Gibson, Eckler, and Moss all got 1-year outs. And that's life as a running back in the NFL. Saquon Barkley getting $26 million guaranteed is pretty badass, especially when you consider he was struggling to get any kind of love really from the Giants. They just didn't want to play nice with him. They were totally out of love with him. So he's got to be feeling good about that. What does this say? Chris Reyes said, Jen says it ends April 1st. I did update. Okay. Alex, opinions are like assholes. They remind you of Alex. Fluff it. This too much. Sports. Oh. Well, that's what happens when it's NFL free agency, brother. This is what happens, Steven. All right. Okay. What's going on over there? Good on the YouTubes? I believe so. I believe so. Okay, so there's your running backs. What I wanted to see was Josh Jacobs finished the season. He played in 13 games. 805 yards rushing last year. Gus Edwards, 17 games, 810 yards. I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what these folks were paying for. And now age factors into this too, though, right? But man, kind of feel like the Packers might have overpaid a skosh. That's a lot of money. He's coming off of 1,600 yards in 2022, so I guess the injuries factored in, but damn. Jacobs got paid. Gus Edwards had 810. Who else is on this list? Barkley was 16th in the league in rushing with 962 yards. Who else? Tony Pollard was 12th in the league with 1,005. Okay. DeAndre Swift was 5th in the league with 1,049 yards. Average 4.6 a carry. That's pretty darn good. And let's see who else. There's Derrick Henry, 2nd in the league. Oh, Devin Singletary. We got already. He was 18th, I think, in rushing. Oh, 21st. 898 yards. So, and then Gibson. Gibson was. Damn, where'd he go? Shit. He's way the hell down there. Oh, my God. I can't even find him. Well, doesn't matter. No one gives a shit about the Commanders. So, running back market got hot. Aaron Jones. Yeah, good question. Let's see. Aaron Jones got a 1-year, $7 million deal. He ended up with... Here, you know what? How about I just show you guys? Here is the... Where is Jones? There's Austin Eckler. 628 yards rushing, but you really, with a guy like Eckler, you also have to take into account his receiving yards because that's a huge part of what he is. There's Aaron Jones, 36 in rushing with 656 yards. He had 233 yards receiving, so played in how many games? Where'd he go? 11 games. So he missed some time. He missed 6 games. Damn, Justin Fields had more rushing yards than he did. And and Eckler, this is what I'm talking about with Eckler. Eckler had 628 yards rushing, but he had 436 yards receiving. So you kind of have to take that into account with a guy like him. So I give you that wet bulb real good. What? What does that mean? What does that mean? All right, so there's the running back sitch. I guess that's it. Let me look at the NFL homepage, see if there's anything else that we may have missed. Not NFL homepage, ESPN homepage. Anything hot, steamy news on the ESPN? Ravens to sign ex-Titan running back Henry. Damn, is that the last thing that popped up? I guess so. Let's check out the CBS tracker. 1 minute ago. Oh no, who had the was it ESPN that had the good NFL free agency tracker? I think it was. It was like chronological, right? Let's check one more time. NFL ESPN. There we go. Cuz theirs was like there we go. Yeah, theirs was like a damn. Okay, there it is. Yeah, updated 8 minutes ago. All right, so here's the latest, and then we'll move on. What is this? Fluffy, just too much sports, weather, Uzi on weather. Ask me anything. Weren't you going to play the video of Lil Uzi and his mutton busting? Why does the weather guy don't give us weather anymore? Throw some bits. Now you're just talking dirty to me. Fuck the Packers. My ass is unemployed. I give you that wet bulb real good. Aaron Jones. I want to see Lil Uzi. I want to see it too. Okay. All of a sudden you guys are getting super demanding. All right. So Joseph Wells, Jordan Elliott, Brandon Powell. Yeah, a lot of this is just garbage now. Hunter, Nichols, Tyler Ott, Nixon, Dante Fowler. Oh, Eagles signing Devontae Parker to a 1-year contract. All right. Kenny Moore. Gerald Everett reached a 2-year deal. My favorite running back team fits. Giants are signing Drew Lock. What? Chiefs to re-sign Deion Bush. Browning re-signed. Show more posts. Let's see. That's 4 hours ago. Come on, bitch. Shelby Harris. Browns. Patrick Queen. I'm just trying to catch up here real quick. Let's see. Jets. Sign former cards. Here we go. What is this? Linebacker Patrick Queen looking for more than $10 million per year. Texans into the offseason looking to upgrade linebacker, negotiate with Ravens free agent Patrick Queen, who was second team All-Pro, offered $10 million per year. Queen's camp wanted more. Wow. Interesting. All right. Chiefs sign Irv Smith, Calvin Ridley, Jags, Shaq Barrett agrees to deal. Okay. Well, I think we're all caught up. Oh, Texas traded for Joe Mixon. All right, we're good. Now we're caught up. Oh, damn. Marcus Mariota? Lord, he's still in the league? I didn't know Marcus Mariota was a thing still. He's still in the damn league. All right, we're going to get to the Lil Uzi mutton button thing. See, this is why I shouldn't tell you guys things. Because then you're like, I want this. I want this. Well, I'm not ready for that. Okay? Isaac Winston, Deshaun's new backup. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Hey, what's up, Eric? Mr. Barry, it's time to get ready to watch the Dynamo. Man, I haven't been to a Dynamo game in forever, bro. I really do have fun, even though I still don't understand all the soccer rules. I do have fun going and watching Dynamo. Matches, whatever. It's fun. It's a good time at the stadium. I just still don't understand all the rules to soccer. I need to go with you one night, Eric, and then you can explain it to me. You can mansplain soccer to me. Like I'm, a 5-year-old. You just be like, see, now what happens is, okay, now, that's called, this is called a corner kick. And what they do is they put the ball in the corner, and the reason is because the ball went behind the goal. Isn't that why they do a corner kick? Because the ball goes behind the goal line? Yeah, Rudy Ross said, don't touch the ball with your hands. That's funny. Now, rule number 1, Barry, is don't touch the ball with your hands. My balls? No, the soccer ball. Oh. So I can still keep touching my balls? Okay, Barry. You know what? Go sit by yourself. Look, Don's like, I just asked a damn question. I know, Don, I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm just giving you a hard time like y'all do me. We got a birthday to celebrate today. I'm not going to forget that this time. I'm not making that mistake twice. We got a birthday. We're going to bust a mutton. What does that mean, by the way? What in the hell is a mutton busted? Does someone know? Oh, yeah. Time me out. I wish you would, Steven. Bitch, I wish you would, Steven. I wish you would, Steven. Time me out, Uzi. Time me out. Let me see. What is a mutton busting? Mutton busting is one of the fan favorite events. Yeah, but what does it mean? It gets the people going. I want to know the evolution of the words. Mutton busting was first introduced by Jack Danes at the Danes Ranch Pro Rodeo near Innisfail, Alberta, Canada in the 1960s. Oh, God damn it, it's Canadian. Son of a bitch. Just realized my zipper was down when I grabbed my balls. Donna said, you bust the damn mutton. I don't even know what that means. What's a mutton? Can we just start with that? What is a mutton? He wanted an event that would keep the younger kids from riding the rougher stock. He brought in some family sheep. The event children 85 and rough stock. Goat tying? Okay. Mutton is a sheep meat. What? Yeah, it started in Canada, Sean. Look at this. We're appropriating Canadian culture. Jesus. This is where we're at. This is what we're doing. I knew it. I knew it. This is why I don't trust Uzi to begin with. By the way, I saw this. Where's Rudy Rod at? Rudy Rod, next time you bring your little raggedy ass over to the Twitches, I'm timing you out just for spelling it like that. You know the damn rules. In fact, I ought to put the little band on your ass over there on the tubes. Thinking you're slick. You know I don't tolerate no disrespect like that. Okay? Don't test me. Don't test me. All right. Now, before we get to this, I just had to show this. This is fucking hilarious. I found this on the interwebs. Oh, that's right, a mutton chop. Like a mutton chop. A lamb chop, mutton chop. Oh, that makes sense. Look at Donna. Hell yeah. This is hilarious. Although that's not Paul, that's Glass Joe, I think, but that's hilarious. Nintendo predicted this fight back in the 80s. Glass Joe and oh my God, I thought that was so funny. I thought this was so funny to me. So damn funny. Nintendo predicted this fight back in the 80s. All right. Real quick, before we get to Lil Uzi's Lil Uzi's mutton busting, we gots to doing these birthdays later and later in the show. I get these shots don't hit me until I'm off air. And then my ass is litty with Nora and she's not having it. I need to start getting to these damn birthdays earlier in the show. That is 100% for sure. Uzi said, happy birthday, Scott Van Gelt. SVG! My dog! My dude! My mans! Happy birthday to you, brother! I hope it's fantastic. If I know SVG, if I know Saul, if he's not at work, which I know he is, but if Saul is at home, if he took the day off for his birthday, he's probably on the back porch that he built himself. He's probably out there barbecuing, cooking up some shit, enjoying the weather, drinking a little bit, partying a little bit, and taking care of the missus. So Saul, Mr. SVG, love you, buddy. Happy birthday to you, sir. I hope it's a hell of a day. I hope it's the best day. Have a day, sir. And all the best to you. I hope you get roadhead or a hand job or whatever it is you're into, sir. Happy birthday to you. Cheers. Says Drunkberry is fun. I miss him. Barry said, me too, Reyes. Shut up! Drunkberry would teeter on bad decisions. Also, Drunkberry gained weight and got irritable later in the evening. Drunkberry was fun for 2 or 3 hours, but then Drunkberry, the long-term bad effects on Drunkberry were not as good. So, yeah, definitely don't get head from your grill. Definitely don't. Definitely don't. Liquor isn't heavy on the pounds. The hell it ain't! Also, it narrows your urethra. All right, Hank Hill. Let's add Drunkberry to the rest in peace list. He is with Cowboy Fam and White Magic and Todd. I know. Rest in peace to both of them. All right. Hey, what's up, Dre? Thank you, sir. Well, if you eat 10 butter tortillas, that's true. Yeah, and that was the other thing. I used to eat butter tortillas to not get drunk, which just made my big ass bigger. That is true, Joe Pro. I do say roadhead or a hand job or whatever it is you're into. And maybe it's getting head from your barbecue pit. Who knows? Todd is alive. What? It's a miracle. All right, let's watch Lil Uzi bust a mutton, as the kids will say. Now, I pilfered this. Those tortillas are addictive, Trey. They really are. In fact, I know for a fact, I saw Tony the Handsome once blew a man in an alley behind an HEB for a butter tortilla. That's just, look, you can get mad all you want, but that just happened. What number is that? 106. All right. This is a video I stole. This is a video I stole from Lil Uzi on his social medias. I think it was on Twitter. I'm not sure. You'll hear him screaming like a girl in it, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. It's fine. But this is Lil Uzi busting a mutton. And what rodeo was this, Lil Uzi? Post it in the chat. I don't know what rodeo this is from. And I don't have any mutton busting music to play. If I did, I would. Okay? But I don't have any. All right, this is Houston Rodeo. This is Houston Rodeo. And this is Drunkberry drinking it up with Todd at the Gold Cup. Brother, I am too old to be going to the Gold Cup anymore. Ain't no damn way. Ain't no way I would be going to the... No, Alan, don't say that word, first of all. How is that word allowed in this chat? Mods, you're all fired. And so am I. Can't believe that word got through the filter. Shit. I really need to figure out how to just play music from the interwebs randomly. I don't know how to do it with this stupid ass. It's a whole thing. All right, we'll just pretend. Oh, you know what? I just typed in YouTube. What the hell is this? I don't know what any of this shit is, but all of this looks racist as fuck. I typed in backwoods redneck country music. I typed in backwoods country music. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. So this will be... Shut up, Rudy. I got this. BOD meetup at Jen's. Let's go. What? What? Hey, I'm grilling. Can't do it all. What? It's no longer during the rodeo. I got in an accident when a stripper from Gold Cup T-boned my truck at like 3 a.m. She was drunk. Oh, damn. Yum. I'll take some grilled chicken. Oh, I didn't know what the yum was for. The stripper at 3 a.m. All right, here is Lil Uzi busting a mutton at the rodeo.
Jonah from H-Town likes Alaska wing, like hot dogs, like horses and longhorns. Gonna be a paleontologist. Riding on mud and butt trouble. Come on, Ken. On 3, 1. Dale, vaquero. Dale, familia. Come on, use it. What do you got? Come on, all the way. Make some noise.
Go!
Make some noise. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, baby!
Riding on mud and butt trouble. Come on, Ken.
Look at him, boy!
On 3, 1. Dale, vaquero. Dale, familia. Come on, use it.
Look at that technique, though. Look at him. He's leaning off the sheep, but watch him. He never lets go.
All the way. Make some noise.
Look at him right there. Look.
Make some noise. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah! He tackled that sumbitch. Tackled that sumbitch. That sheep never stood a chance. You hear me?
Come on, use it. What do you got? Come on, all the way. Make some noise.
That sheep never stood a chance, y'all. Look at him.
Here we go.
Took that sheep down. Made that sheep his bitch. Yeah, buddy. You don't want none of that. One more time.
On 3, 1. Dale, vaquero. Dale, familia. Come on, use it. What do you got? Come on, all the way.
Look at that sheep go. That sheep's like, get off me, bitch. Get off me. Little Uzi's like, bitch, I'll take you down. I'm your daddy, sheep. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Little Uzi up in this hole. That's exactly what it was, Nasty Nate. It was dueling banjos from Deliverance. That's all I could find to play. So we just watched Little Uzi bust a mutton to the dueling banjos from Deliverance. So look at that, boy. I mean, you know, we'll work on balance. We'll work on staying centered. And look, he'll learn from a 2-time camel riding champion about balance, because we all know that what is the key to riding and being a camel champion? Balance. Legs down, balance. I'll teach him, Uzi. Don't worry. I'll take him under my wing and show him how to do it. I will teach your son the ways of the mutton busted. Okay, fuck. I don't know what the hell is going on. All right, let's get out of here. Clarence, sorry I'm late. No, you're not late, Clarence. You're never late when you're here, except today. You're fucking late. Literally, the show is ending. Hey, Nasty Nate, I appreciate you being here, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Thank you to everybody that was here today, except for Clarence. He can go have sex with himself. Appreciate you, Uriel. Thank you, buddy. Love you, Cisco. Hey, what's up, Lefty? Thank you, buddy. Joel, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Donna, I love you, sweetie. And having the body of a 30-something-year-old woman. No, Uzi, I don't have the body of a 30-something-year-old woman. I have the body of a 30-something-year-old black woman. Put some respect on it, okay? Put some respect on it. What's up, Alan? Hey, Perry. Love you, buddy. Peace. Claire said, I run on CPT. I don't think I was allowed to say that. Joe Bro, appreciate you, buddy. Alec, thanks for being here, man. So much, appreciate you. Rudolph, Rudy, appreciate you, man. Two-time. Isn't that what, who does that? With the braids, and he's the wrestler, and who's the wrestler? He lives here in Houston. Booker T, right? I'm not gonna lie. I used to think the man's name was Booker T. Nobody tell him that. I used to think his name was Booker T. Like for like not long, like not. But like when I was like, why would his name be Booger T? Anyways, hey man, I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Lots of good NFL free agency talk. We broke it all down to the nth degree. I actually enjoyed it. I love getting down to the nitty gritty. I hope you did too. We went into detail. You know, you gotta let the dust settle after the first day, and then you dive into the details. You don't overreact on day one. That's what everybody else does, not us. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Be safe, be kind, love each other, and who knows, maybe I'll have a special guest. What?
And he's making a YouTube video!